Hi guys. What I thought I'd do here while I have a little bit of spare time before I have to start working again is try an idea I've had for the 9 ball break. I've made probably too many videos about what I call whiny crybabies who get really upset if their opponent makes a ball and runs out, especially if they, God forbid, do it more than once in a row. So they have all these rules in about no soft breaks. You got to break from the box a lot of times now. Um, Alternate breaks, even everything they can possibly do to keep somebody from being able to break and run a bunch of rocks in a row. Because clearly that's cheating if somebody does that. Anyway, so what I thought I would do, and I know I'm not the first person to do this. This is the first time I've thought of this idea. Is so I set up a 9 ball rack like normal, but I put the one in the back. And the rule still is you have to hit the one first. So you're kicking at the one, unless you're really good at massing, I guess. And I'm not. So I would be kicking at the one. I would think that this kind of a setup kind of have to require a one rail kick at the one ball. And the reason I say that, anybody that's played a lot of one pocket or straight pull probably already knows, as if the cue ball comes in here at the proper angle and hits this one like this, the one's pretty dead in this pocket. See if I can demonstrate that. So we don't want that because that's clearly that's cheating as well. Because I made a ball on the break, so I'm a cheater. So we don't want that. What we want is to make them kick off of this rail into the one. Or masse, okay, fine. Everything else the same, 9 in the middle. No pattern racking bullshit. I've always thought that was cheating. Put the balls out there, put the one in the back. I don't have my break cue out, so I'm not going to blast this. But maybe with this kind of a thing, you don't have to blast it. Maybe you don't. I'm just going to try just kick into the one. Okay, so kick to the one, hook myself because I suck even at this new novelty break. I'm breaking. I'm pretty sure this has been done before. Somebody's thought of this before. There may have even been, tournaments or whatever, bar box tournaments. I guess I'm picturing like that. Just with this, just goofy rule, just a little novelty thing, kind of like 1 ball, 1 pocket, things like that. Just something fun, something different. Obviously, I definitely spread the balls out really well. I caught the one a little thin, and that's why it came all the way over here. But coming at that 1 ball at a steeper angle like this doesn't really allow it to go into the pocket like coming in at this angle would. But still came pretty close. I wonder, let's say somebody in charge, I don't know who's in charge of pool, that Emily chick, who watches this says, that's the best idea I ever saw, Dave. And so they write me a check for $1 billion and buy my idea. It's not my idea, but I put it on YouTube. And they say, okay, from now on, this is the way 9 ball is going to be. I wonder how long it would take somebody to figure out how to break like that. Maybe it would be something like make the one. Maybe it would be make something else, make a wing ball in a side fairly often or whatever. I wonder how long it would take. Don't know, obviously. I've never seen anybody else try to break like that. My bet would be it would be Corey or Shane that would figure it out, though. Maybe Fatter. But it would be interesting, and I'm going to mess around with it a little bit tonight just because I like messing around with stuff. I don't like getting shape on the three, but I hate getting shape on the three ball. Back in the old days, I can't bank this because he hates it that way. Back in the old days, there wasn't even going to consider banking it. I was just going to cut this damn three, is what I was going to do. I was just going to cut it up in the corner. Almost like that. Imagine that ball went in. And it still didn't get very good shape. Anyway, I think that's this video. It's not much. This is stupid. Well, shit. See how I am? Let's do 10 ball. You can't do 10 ball the same way because there's 10 balls, not 9. And 10 balls is not as big of a problem with the whole making the ball and the break thing. Now, the most common thing I see is somebody puts the one in the side with like a cut break in 10 ball, or they'll send the corner ball around 4 rails. Like in this case, could be the 7 ball, 4 rails around like this. That's not very common. There's an awful lot of traffic, and even if there's not a lot of traffic, the speed's got to be pretty perfect on it. I was just wondering. Let's say I did this. You got to put the one here or here, I'm guessing. You don't want to put it in one of the corners. Put it in one of these 2 places. And then kick at it that way. If there's a dead ball, you said, my bet is on Corey or Shane to find that dead ball and find how to make it. So let's just shoot it. Make sure they spread out okay. See if I hit the one first. Of course, it's so far away from the camera, I could miss the one. You guys might not be able to tell. Or I might not be able to tell. Hey, I slug racked myself. Do you see that? I'm going to assume I slug racked myself on that. Right there. That's pretty bad. Anyway, that was just my little stupid little ideas. People keep figuring out ways to break and run a regular rack. You know, the regular way, even though they keep throwing rules in and they keep changing what the definition of a regular break is. Well, my idea, change it even more. Make them kick. Let them figure that out. Let them spend some time figuring that out. I have no doubt at all that somebody would figure it out. And then it would get banned. And maybe they would eventually get to where you have to match that into one. That's the new way. And then somebody would probably get really good at that. And every single time the whiny crybabies would march to Washington about it. Bye guys.